Okay, let me share my screen and we're going to get this party started. Let's come up here. Let's see. Everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. All right, well, I'm going to kick us off this evening. I am not Lauren Sims, even though that's what it says under my picture. My name is Laura Laurie, and I'm going to be your host and navigator for this shindig this evening. And I am super, super excited to have you all here with us. And I'm still admitting some people to our party. Let's see. All right, I think I got the last couple of folks in here. So welcome, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for spending time with us. I know you have lots and lots of options on what you could be doing with your evening, and you have chosen to be with us, so thank you. I will navigate us through this evening. We have some wonderful stories to share, some great information to share with all of you. And I am going to go ahead and kick us off. I really just want to start first and foremost before we get going this evening. I want to talk with you a little bit. See if my slide's going to change, guys. Hang with me here. It's moving slow. Oh, there we go. There it is. All right. Before we really jump into the content of the evening, I want to just talk with you about one of our core values, and that's integrity. So before we really get into the physical and financial opportunities that are available, please know that everything that we do here at Isagenix is based on one of our core values of integrity, which means we always want to do the right thing the right way. So 2 things we should talk about up front. Our products work only if you use them, and this opportunity works only if you work, okay? So we're gonna be talking about our products this evening. We're gonna be talking about this incredible opportunity. If you want more information about the effectiveness of our products, any of our research studies that I referenced this evening, I would encourage you to visit isagenixhealth.net/research. And as we're talking about the income opportunity, any additional questions, I would encourage you to visit isagenixearnings.com. And with that, I would love to share the vision of this company with all of you, because everyone deserves to experience a healthy, joyful, and abundant life. And here at Isagenix, our vision is to create the largest our vision is to impact world health, and in the process create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. And guys, we are doing that. We're in 26 markets around the world right now. The company got started in 2002. It is privately held. It's a family company. Despite how large we are, we always feel like a family here at Isagenix. We have helped tens of thousands of people transform their health, transform their lives, both physically and financially. We are making it happen. So we look better, we eat better, we feel better, and we move better. When you become part of this ever-growing family, you'll know exactly what we mean when we say we are better together. We are simply better together here at Isagenix. And so I want to talk just for a moment. I think I might have some waiting room folks here. Let's see. I don't see any. Okay. I want to talk for just a moment about resolutions. It's one of the things that people do, right? We make resolutions. And it's not just something we do in January, but we say, gosh, this time I'm going to eat better, right? This time I'm going to change my financial situation. And the top resolutions that people make are around weight loss, improving our finances, getting a new job, eating healthier, and managing or relieving stress. Those are the number one and have been for years. So does that speak to any of you? Do any of you have any of those resolutions, similar resolutions in your life? If you answered yes, you're not alone, and you're in exactly the right place. So The next thing I would ask you, are you living the life that you want to live? Are you creating the life that you want? Is there any area of your life that you want to improve? Maybe physically, maybe financially, maybe a combination of both. If that's the case, we're so glad you're here. And, ooh, there we go. Isagenix has amazing solutions, guys, and here are core areas. These are the core areas or solutions that we have. Weight loss, we know a staggering statistic is 71.6% of Americans are overweight or obese. That is a staggering number. Performance, the fitness industry is worth 83 billion with a B dollars. Vitality, well-being, personal care, and beauty, the anti-aging market right now is projected to reach $331 billion by next year. And of course, the incredible solution that is our financial wellness. And Isagenix truly sits at the convergence of all these trends, right? So imagine a business that brings all of these trends together, and you are here in front of that most amazing merge of all of these really, really big trends right now. So let's jump in and talk a little bit about the power of our nutrition. This is really the core of everything we do. It is the foundation of our company, of our opportunity. It's everything we do. So I'm going to just run you through some of the beautiful, beautiful components that is our nutrition. But first, who doesn't love to see transformations? Like, this is what excites me the most here at Isagenix, to see these lives transformed. There's no age limit, there's no gender, right? We help families, we help young, we help old, it doesn't matter. Men, women, the transformations here at Isagenix are truly, truly amazing. We say results you can't get anywhere else, right? That's us here at Isagenix. Results you can't get anywhere else. So let's talk a little bit about our nutrition and what you can expect from Isagenix. So our products are no compromise. What does that mean? Nutritionist approved, backed by science. Remember, I said isagenixhealth.net/research, and you can find all of our research articles and information that show how powerful we are from a nutritional perspective. We're responsibly sourced. Our whey is natured, grass-fed, never ever treated with hormones, antibiotics, anything of that nature, pasture raised. All of our products are completely natural. You're never going to find artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners. I'm trying to figure out who I need to mute here. Just a second. Guys, if you're not muted, if you just take a minute and mute, I'm trying to catch you, but just want to have a nice, so everyone can hear. I think I caught him though. Anyway, we're completely natural, guys. You're never going to find any artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners in any of our products, gluten-free. And one of the things that I absolutely love is the rigorous quality testing that Isagenix does. So they test all of our products for microbial activity, heavy metals, and more than 70 different pesticides. And we offer nutritionally dense meals delivered directly to your doorstep. There's nothing more convenient about our nutrition than the fact that it's delivered directly to your door. So just imagine how your body will feel when you give it the balanced nutrition it needs, the right vitamins, the right minerals, and organic whole foods like spinach, kale, mushrooms, and more. Stuff we don't necessarily want to cook and eat, but we know is really good for us. Well, we can get that in our whole blend foods, right? Our whole blend shakes. All of our shakes contain 24 grams of protein, high quality, I already said, whey, but we also have plant-based. So if you live a plant-based lifestyle, our plant-based options are amazing and sourced from fava beans, mung beans, and peas, less than $3.25 a meal, you guys, delivered to your door. Tastes amazing. You and your family will come back again and again for this delicious nutrition. I love intermittent fasting, and this is probably something that you've heard in the last few years has become kind of a buzzword. People are like, oh, I'm fasting or I'm doing intermittent fasting. Isagenix has been doing this since 2002, but some really key components that make it so much more effective than just not eating and drinking water, right? So you're going to get a potent phytonutrient-rich beverage that you'll drink throughout the day, which includes herbs and botanicals, turmeric, berry, peppermint, and really nourishes and protects the body while you're doing that intermittent fasting and really supporting the body's natural detoxification process. So our intermittent fasting protocols are so effective, but they're manageable for the everyday person because we're going to be nourishing you throughout the day. So really amazing stuff. And this here is my Happy Juice. I call this stuff Happy Juice. This is adaptogens and plant-based nutrients in Ionic Supreme. This is our stress support supplement. I always say our Ionic Supreme is the beverage, the stress busting beverage that you will absolutely fall in love with. It helps to improve mental clarity, mental focus, physical ability, etc. I mean, this stuff is just amazing. I know there's a few people on here who love it. If you love it, give me a shout out in the comments. And then we have just our real pillars of high quality nutrition. And these are the things that really are delivering results that people are just blown away by. They just can't believe the results that they get here. So we talked a little bit about our shakes, the nutrient dense meals and snacks, the fasting, the adaptogens. The complete nutritional support comes in our complete essentials with Isagenesis. Those are the micronutrients that our bodies need. Then we have targeted nutrition boosters and our amped line. So for people who work out or want more from their workouts, you don't have to be a professional athlete to benefit from our amped line. But if you're really looking to boost and get the most from the workouts, I mean, we have so little time and we're always trying to squeeze in those workouts, right? So we want to get the most from it. And our amped line really makes sure we can do that. Our snacks and our mini meals. This is just incredible, convenient nutrition. It's like having your own wellness storefront where you can order nutritional products delivered to your door. Energy solutions are incredible. Organic greens are incredible. Sleep support's fantastic. So many different options. And I want to just touch for a minute on the research that goes in here with Isagenix. So one of the research studies that was done by an independent third party compared the Heart Healthy Diet and the Isagenix weight loss protocols and compared the results of the two. And the things that I really want you to take away from this, if you want to see the full research study, isagenixhealth.net/research. But some of the key takeaways are the people who were using the Isagenix system had 2 times more weight loss, 78% more fat loss, right? That's like phenomenal because that's really what we want. But they were able to maintain lean muscle mass. So how amazing is that, right? We're retaining muscle, losing fat, and having more weight loss. And that was just one of the research studies. If you want to see the others, definitely go to isagenixhealth.net/research. But our results are really results that you just can't get anywhere else. And how important is it that we're maintaining that lean muscle, right? So we have accountability groups, support groups, and ways to help you ensure that you're getting the results that you're looking for. I love our IsaBody Challenge. Here are some of just the everyday people who participated, their incredible results. But this is a business where there's no requirements and there's no sales quotas. We actually care about you, and our #1 goal is to get you healthy and have you fall in love with this nutrition and the transformation that you receive. And then when you look better and you feel better, you can take these products and share them with the people that you love the most. But it all begins with you and with your transformation. And with that, you guys, I am so excited to ask Janelle Kelly if she would unmute and share her amazing story with all of you. Janelle, I'm going to mute and I'm going to let you take it away.
All right, thank you very much. Well, hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. I truly believe that it's worth your time. I know it's one of your most valuable things, so we appreciate that. But I have been a nurse for 30 years, and it was about 4 years ago that I just started to find myself completely exhausted. I mean, physically, mentally, emotionally, it had caught up with me, being in the trauma, the ER environment, lack of time for my own self-care, not being able to have breaks, not having time to eat, not having time to go to the bathroom. Like, as a nurse and a healthcare worker, like, that's not unusual, right? Like, I think it doesn't matter if you're ER, if you're working at a doctor's office, and especially this year with COVID coming around, I think it was even added more stress to us. So before Isagenix, as you can see in that picture, oh my gosh, up on the left, well, it just moved, but that was at my heaviest weight. There we go, right? And that smile, it's not truly real. And I was so upset with the person who took that picture of me, because back then, like, that was, it was mortifying. It was a shame. I hated looking at that picture. I didn't like the person that I saw because it didn't match how I felt on the inside. So a fellow nurse introduced me to Isagenix, and it's been 3.5 years now that I've been using the products, and it has changed everything for me. And I wasn't someone who jumped on board, with lots of excitement. I was actually a bit hesitant. I was resistant. I was not the easiest person to help along the journey. And then once I finally did open the box and put the stuff inside my body, for me, it was 2 weeks. It's a little different for everyone else, but in 2 weeks, I was like, what is this stuff, right? And it wasn't even the weight loss. Like, that kind of went to the wayside, and I was like, my whole body just started to feel better, and my mood was better. And trust me, my employees, I was in management, so they were like, what are you doing? They're like, you're different. Like, what's going on with you? And it really shifted everything. It lifted my confidence. I started to, I know we can't make medical claims, but for me, I had a lot of residual pain from a spinal cord injury previously, where I was starting to feel shift with all of that. And so along came everybody wanting to know, what am I doing? Share it with us. Like, tell me, I want it. And so the opportunity just kind of slid its way in there. And, honestly, I really wanted out of nursing. And so I realized shortly after that I was given a gift. And this was a gift that was going to take me much further. Like, the stuff that I'm actually even doing right now today is amazing. And it's just sharing with people what I loved. And I wanted everyone to feel as good as I felt. Like, I could not help it. And especially as a nurse who watched us, like, we pump people with medicine and prescriptions and their side effects, and they're coming in with diabetes at the age of 25 and on breathing machines at 35. And having strokes now in adolescents and teens. Like, it's not as unusual as you may think it is. So for me as a nurse, it was about me, and it was about my journey and feeling better. And once it happened, it was about everybody else. And when I saw that I could make money doing this, I was like, oh, okay. I was a little uncomfortable at first because I thought, oh, people think I'm just going to want their money maybe. And then let me tell you, that first year when I made, like, I don't know how many years it took me to make what I made in my first year of Isagenix as a nurse, but I was blown away, and I had no idea. And I don't even think I realized to the end of the first year the amount that I had taken in as a side hustle. And on top of that, it was the community, and it was this beautiful community that lifted me up, lifted my spirits. Jessica Regner, absolutely, I can't say enough about her, and our whole entire team that believed in me until I believed in myself. So when you're doing this opportunity, you think about your health, and then the health of others, and then the financial impact that it has. I don't work overtime anymore. I took 1.5 years off of nursing. This girl today is not who she was 3.5 years ago. I'm a completely reinvented person, and I always say it now. I'm writing a book. I'm going to become an author that's due today. And I want to tell you that absolutely this journey, this opportunity, it's in there, because this was the door that was the catalyst to all the change. So the opportunity is health, it's finance, it's everything, guys. And it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Nothing to lose. So that's my story. And I want you to know that Bia picture, hold on, I won a year's worth of Bia, by the way, this year. I was so excited. It's almost
Janelle. Janelle, that's awesome. Thank you so
Yes.
much for sharing your story.
Thank
And
you.
it really does tie into what I was saying, and I love that you led into that. Number one, the most important thing is we want you to reach your health goals. If it's having more energy, sleeping better, finding the right weight for you and for your skin and for your body, that's really the number one priority in what we do, right? And then what happens? The magic happens from there because you feel so good. It's hard to keep it a secret, right? Just like Janelle said, this is a gift that we pay forward and we share with others. And I don't know why my screen won't advance, so bear with me. We're just going to stay here on Janelle's pictures for a little bit because she looks so good. We're just going to admire your transformation and your awesome team while my screen will not advance. I'm not sure why. Well, I'm going to keep going and I'll figure it out at some point why it's not advancing to the next slide. But in the meantime, so imagine if you get paid, right, for sharing the gift that is Isagenix with the people that you love the most, with your friends and with your family. So why might you consider the opportunity side of Isagenix? Really because most people have a need to have more money. And I think that that's a really big thing, especially today, right? We have the highest unemployment rate. We have a bunch of people here in the US who have been out of work for an extended period of time. And we have a need for money. So let's see if I can, there we go. So we know, oh, Janelle's back. There we go. So we know that the student loan debt is 1.5 trillion. We know that over 800 million people globally will be unemployed by 2030 because of automation of jobs. We know the Social Security benefits are being depleted. So we have some pretty staggering statistics. And this is really, you transform your health, you share with people, and you can create additional income. But I love what Robert Kiyosaki says about wealth. Most people today, and especially in 2020, are living paycheck to paycheck. So what he says is wealth is how many months, if you're unemployed and have no income coming in, how many months can you live? And that equates to your wealth. So if your expenses are $4,000 a month and you have $12,000 in savings and you don't have an income, you have exactly 3 months or 90 days worth of wealth put aside. And that is not the average today, right? The average today is people don't have any savings. And with that, I want to hear one more amazing story before I talk a little bit more about the opportunity that is Isagenix. And I would love, Jennifer, if you would unmute and share your, look at that gorgeous transformation. Whoo, girl, unmute and tell us.
Thank you so much. You are just the sweetest, Laura. I appreciate you guys having me on tonight to share my story. I have not been a nurse for as long as Janelle. I've been a nurse for about 4 years. But when I was introduced to these products by a neighbor, I initially said, no, that's not for me. And not really because I had any preconceived notions about, nutrition like Isagenix. It was really because at the time I had 2 daughters and one of them I was still nursing. And so I just was trying not to rock the boat with my nutrition because I didn't know what I didn't know. And finally, after waiting quite a while to really jump into it, I just realized that what I was doing wasn't working. I was trying really hard to lose the baby weight and it just wasn't happening for me. And so finally I said yes. I put the products in my body. And I would say for me, within the first week, I had already lost several pounds. And I can remember very vividly being on a clinical day, which was a 12-hour day for someone who wasn't used to working 12-hour shifts, and getting to about 4 o'clock when normally in my day I would be like, what time is it? Is it time to go home yet? Because I was so tired. But on this day, it was like 6 o'clock, almost to the end of my shift. And I hadn't looked at my clock and I wasn't thinking about being tired. And I was like, wow, I have energy that I just didn't know was possible. And, when I came into this opportunity, it really was for me just about feeling better and about finding a way to start feeling unstuck. in my body. And so I wasn't thinking about sharing with anybody about Isagenix because I was really just trying to have the bandwidth to stay afloat as a mother of 2 daughters and a nursing school student. But I noticed that when people noticed what was happening to me, that they started asking questions. And so I was like, well, if people are going to ask me questions and I'm literally going to school to be in a profession where it's my job to help people, why not? You know, and gosh, don't we all share what we love every single day? Whether it's our favorite shampoo or a restaurant we love, we just kind of do that naturally. And so when I put the two together, I thought, wow, you know, maybe this is something that I really should do. And I didn't realize that when I started my nursing career that I would eventually have 3 kids and I would be living away from family and not have help. And I don't know about you guys, but it's not easy to have 3 kids and to not have the help of family around. And so my husband and I have always had to hire help to come into our home. And when we left the Pacific Northwest and came here to Denver, where I currently live, I was working as a full-time nurse, still using my Isagenix nutrition, and we were struggling. It was tough. We didn't have the kind of balance that we needed as a family. And so I really dove into this business and was able to, with the opportunity with Isagenix, you know, really double down on being able to make some income in the pockets of my life. And last year in May, I was able to move away from being a full-time nurse and work very part-time PRN, you know, knowing that I had this side hustle or side income that was going to supplement what I was no longer making as a full-time nurse. And so that's what Isagenix has done for me is it's taken me from that picture that you see on the left there. That's when I first started Isagenix 4 years ago. I was 225 pounds there. And on the very right, that's me today. And, you know, I've lost cumulatively over 4 years, more than 100 pounds with Isagenix. And not only am I in the best health of my life, but I'm able to do things physically that I was never able to do before. I can run half marathons now and crush them and do it under 2 hours. And I literally did that on my first try. And I attribute that to Isagenix nutrition. So it's changed my health. It's changed my financial output in terms of what I'm able to provide to my family. And, you know, really the sky is the limit. There are no limits with Isagenix. And so for me, it means being able to really change the financial blueprint of my life and have some financial flexibility that I didn't have before.
That's awesome, Jennifer. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's true, you know, it always starts with you and the transformation that you have. But, you know, the majority of people today, and this number is rising and rising, are picking up side hustles. Things like Uber or Lyft or creating Etsy accounts, you know, selling things online, Airbnb, VRBOs, all of these things. The problem with this is that you're still exchanging time for money and you only have so much time, right? So it's not necessarily the best way to accomplish creating that financial freedom that you're looking for. So what if there was a different way to create that income? What if there was a different way to earn additional income? And that's really what I want to take the next couple of minutes to just share with all of you. And my screen doesn't want to change again. I don't know why it's frozen, but we're going to go back in. So let's talk about what residual income is. It is what gets me the most excited, and it's what gets me jumping out of bed because it's leveraged income. And so that's what we're going to take some time and talk about. Outside of this incredible nutrition that we have here at Isagenix, how we can pay that gift forward. And you heard both ladies talking about that, how, you know, it started with them and then they paid it forward. So nothing's advancing on my slides. My apologies. We'll get there in just a second. Network marketing, which is what Isagenix is, if you're not familiar with that term or if you've not ever heard it before. Network marketing is a $190 billion industry. And let's see, there we go. And the health and beauty side of it dominated the direct sales industry completely. And you can provide yourself with additional sources of income, but it's the perfect at-home online business, right? So Isagenix is positioned for the fastest growth because of these markets that we cover. We are in the health and beauty industry. So what are some things that network marketing provides? There's no overhead, there's no employees, there's no inventory, but you are your own boss. You work for yourself, but not by yourself. You don't need any special degrees. You can work from anywhere. If you have a laptop or a cell phone, you have a business, right? There's no cap on your income or your earning potential here with Isagenix. And we have the most positive, most loving, supportive community and culture. Time flexibility, personal growth and development. And then the real key here, guys, is the leverage, right? Is the leveraged income. So what if you get paid for sharing what you already love? At Isagenix, we get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. This is an actual extra income stream that gets paid to you. And it's in addition to maybe being a nurse, right? Because tonight we're really talking about healthcare professionals and how well Isagenix ties into those healthcare professionals. But I want to share just the power of two. So if you're familiar with network marketing, MLMs, direct sales, or you're not, the beauty here with Isagenix is the power of two. You open up a business simply by beginning to share with two people you love, two family members. But that's all it takes to start a business here at Isagenix and begin to earn residual income. Most people will find that this is the absolute most lucrative and powerful compensation plan that they have ever seen. You only build two teams, a left team and a right team. You get paid infinite levels in both legs. It calculates daily. It's paid weekly, guys. We get paid every single Monday. And for almost 20 years, Isagenix has never missed a payday. They have never reduced our compensation plan. They've only added to it, which is incredible. So when you share with two people, you open up the entire compensation plan with Isagenix. So what does this opportunity really look like? The potential to do well long-term is what really surprises people. This is the long-term building of residual income. And so I don't know if I mentioned it before, but we have over 300 cumulative millionaires here within Isagenix, and that's residual income that's being paid out to them. They're teaching others how to do the same thing. It's one conversation, one text message, one social media post at a time that gets them there. Imagine that, living in a better body and living out of a bigger bank account. And if you do it properly, you can have absolutely both. So our residual income is called a cycle. You can max out 250 cycles a week, plus our executive matches. If you want a little bit more of the meat and potatoes of our compensation plan, definitely chat with the person who got you on this call this evening to really understand the power of our leveraged income. But there are three great ways for people to get started. These are the most common. It's a weight loss value pack, a premium pack, or a basic pack. But here's what I would say. I would encourage you to get back to the person who invited you on this call this evening and really talk with them about what your goals are, what you're looking to accomplish for your health, and figure out the very best way for you to get started. These are the most common. But there could be something more specific for you if you're an athlete, etc. Most of us are looking to feel better, have more energy, sleep better, look better, and those are the packs that are the most common for those goals. Know that we have a 30-day product guarantee, so you can get a full refund on any products. You truly have nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. I want to thank Janelle. I want to thank Jennifer for sharing their stories with us this evening, everyone. Thank you for bearing with me on some of my technical challenges. I can't encourage you enough to get back to the person who invited you here tonight and have a conversation, talk about your goals. If it's just health, great. If you would love to be able to pair great health with a healthy bank account, creating that additional income, we would love to chat with you about that. God bless. Thank you all for being here this evening. Have a great night.